This is Fano with an hour with the wolf pack, and my segment is Steppin out of Babylon, and it's day 16 of February 6th, 2016. And today I had the normal morning diet. And I had the grass-fed beef today. Also got some local oranges. So for some reason I just had like 3 oranges today. I don't know. I really was either craving the sugar or the vitamin C. Then I did liquids, and I popped some heirloom popping corn. Had just put it with Himalayan salt and olive oil, and had some raw butter with it. And then more liquids in my daily nighttime diet. I think a big part of, I guess I say this every time, but it's a lot of mental games. Like, for one part, you think it's just you want to eat certain foods, and then another part is that you want to like clean out the energy around you, and that could just be with like your room or your car, or just maybe you want new friends, or you might want a new girlfriend, or maybe you just want nobody, you just want to be alone for a month to refine yourself. And there's just a lot of that temptation in your head to eat bad, to let everything back in, and you want to kind of stay away from it. So I kind of understand now why diets and things are so hard, because because it was really what's going on in your body is you have parasites in you that eat certain things, and you have bugs in you that eat like lots of certain sugars and yeast and candida and stuff. So the reality is, when you're switching all that stuff out, I think those things talk to your like cells and talk to your brain, talk to your body, and they really, really try to convince yourself to change. But the reality is just you just stay with it. And then I think by like at least day 30 you begin not to care so much. But that's why like meditation and doing a lot of like stuff where you're just focusing more on like the benefits of eating right, the ideas of eating right, and all that, you basically will feel better and better. And if you stay focused on the doubts or eating bad, then that becomes your reality. So like, regardless if you like it or not, you're either going to go back in a downward spiral of bad stuff, or you'll just go up and raise your frequency more and just always listen to very positive things and say positive things and do positive things. And not to say really just because if you drink or eat bad you're a negative person, but you might just be a very neutral, or you may not really have any opinion, or you might not be negative or positive. You're just floating through each day, not trying to make the world better or yourself better or people around you better. At the same time, you might not be trying to make everyone around you bad or the world bad. So it does kind of remind me a lot of like an internal battle of like heaven and hell, where you think like, when you're born, for the most part, you didn't eat anything bad, and your body's very young and vibrant, and it could deal with whatever's thrown at your way. But you tack on 20 years down the road, and you're in your mid 20s. Now your body, if you ate bad, it's battling like, it transformed into something that wasn't healthy, and it's just trying to survive. Versus if you spent a big portion of your life or 20 years of your life eating really healthy, and your body's just, becoming more and more like godlike. Or, I mean, I guess like when I say hell and heaven, I'm just saying love and hate. You become more love versus you become more hatred. So I think the more that time goes by, the more time that things have to grow, and you want to go back, or you want to raise your frequency, it takes a lot of, force. It takes a lot of thought process. So probably that's why the whole mind, body, then soul aspect to being healthy is very true. Because for me, it's like the food's not a big deal. It's kind of like the thought of, you would want, like for me, like I just feel like, okay, I want to meet new people. I want to meet positive people. Like it just keeps going through my mind. When you're just stuck with what you used to do, you realize that what you used to do was kind of a lower frequency of things. So you're constantly battling like, okay, I should just give in and go back, or you go, okay, and now I'm going to raise my energy and become something better. And a lot of people that I watch, they say the more and more you raise your energy, you just leave a lot of people. You have to go move other places. You have to do other things. And I think that's the scary part, especially when you think like, well, does that mean because what it really means is you make new friends, you might have a new girlfriend, you might you just surround yourself near other people, better people. But also at the same time, you might just need to there might be no good people around you, or you might not find anyone. You just need to surround yourself with yourself and just be alone. And that's fine too, if that's what you have to do, or if that's what you feel like, the energy is guiding you to. There's nothing wrong with that. And so I think just life gets so chaotic because like when you're a kid, I think it's easier to focus on just yourself because you don't have responsibilities besides maybe just living, and I don't know, maybe you have to go to school and things. But I think life should be a lot easier for everybody, and as you get older it should be easier. And I really feel like you shouldn't think like being a kid was so great. You should think every year of your life is great. But I think the whole idea of how we live makes growing up not that fun. And I think really all we should really have to do is just survive, and there really is no reason why we have to spend time working and spend time doing all these things. You should literally do whatever you want, whenever you want. Because really all you need as a person is to find food, like all their animals, find water, and follow your instincts. And I think they took us away from that so much that we don't even know who we are anymore. So, like I said, the more and more you go and stay clean, and I guess since I'm going really hardcore, like I like to just have the ability to change everything. So it should get more and more intense as the days go on, and you know, I noticed though a lot of people like to party together too, and when I don't want to party, people don't really get upset, but I can tell like, oh, they're just like, why don't you want to party with me? And it's like, one day you have to say you're over and you have to move on and be something. You can't sit there and die your whole life. If you want to grow, you should just grow and become a better person. So, if people don't get it, then that's fine. This is your life, not everyone else's life. So, this is Fano with Stepping Out of Babylon, and this is day 16, and today's date is February 6, 2016. And I hope everyone lives with love and compassion, because if you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else.